Welcome to Fair Oaks Lacrosse Night here at Bella Vista High School. We are recognizing the youth program and celebrating lacrosse at Bella Vista High School, and kind of a change in plans, at least as far as the girls game goes tonight. As you know, this is the night of the doubleheader, with the girls starting first and then the boys team playing later on this evening. But as we mentioned, things have changed. We'll get into that in just a second. We're going to see a scrimmage between the girls JV. Well, it's the girls JV and varsity making up two teams. It's not JV versus varsity. It's the girls. They make up two teams that are relatively even. They're going to be the leadoff tonight, and then the nightcap is the league game between the boys and the West Park Panthers. That is, in a nutshell, what is going on tonight. But we're celebrating lacrosse tonight, and first we are going to feature an undefeated JV squad and an undefeated varsity squad coming together in girls lacrosse, and it's coming your way next right here on BV Live Sports. Hello, everybody. I'm George Tharlson. Welcome to Fair Oaks. Welcome to Bella Vista High School. When the season schedules were released, Oakmont was supposed to be here for the girls, and the game was going to be at 7:15. A doubleheader was scheduled on Friday the 27th, which is 2 days from now, between the schools of West Park and Bella Vista. As it turns out, the boys team from West Park had a conflict on Friday, and so they asked if the game could be moved. It was moved to tonight, preserving the doubleheader, and the game against Oakmont between the girls and Oakmont was moved to 5:30. Then yesterday happened, and word came that Oakmont needed to forfeit the game because they don't have enough players. Unfortunately, they had a low roster turnout to begin with, and then lots of injuries have precluded them from having enough players for the game tonight. And so what we have first is a pivot on the part of the girls program, and give them credit. We're coming together with these two very good squads, forming two teams and a JV varsity scrimmage. Let's bring in Aaron Keogh back with us after a night off and some travel. So we have to make an adjustment, but we're good at doing that. And so we get to see all the Bella Vista girls lacrosse players tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a great opportunity, I think, for the girls because, you know, both Coach Carlin and Coach Page can look at the rosters, and they can try to set matchups up, and that's what we're going to see tonight is a BV white team versus a BV black team, right, based on the color of the jerseys. But it's a combination, as you said, of JV and varsity players, and really it's kind of a glorified practice, but we have officials here. We're going to run it like a regular game, and so it's really a great opportunity to keep the momentum of these two undefeated squads.
And you've got some players on the JV squad that are not going to have the opportunity to play on the field of play with Regan Silvers, for example. So they get the opportunity to do that tonight. Now, there are some players that are missing tonight. Many of them are, or a handful of them, are away on the Avid field trip. And then Julia Thomas, I understand, that isn't feeling particularly well, so she's not going to be here tonight. But we will have Regan tonight. We will have a lot of the other players from the varsity squad. I see Danny Janeway has gone on the other team. She'll go up against Regan tonight.
That's right.
And we'll go through all of this as the evening, as the afternoon progresses, letting you know who's on which team. But it's a mix of the JV and varsity. They wanted to put together two equal teams so that we could have a real competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that even down to the matchups, and we'll get into this as they're going, but, you know, you're going to have defenders, varsity defenders that are going to be matched up with varsity attack players, and you're going to have JV defenders marked up with JV attack, at least on paper. But once they get playing, anything goes. And so to your point, this is a great opportunity for the JV players to kind of make their mark, for the varsity players to kind of strut their stuff a little bit, and hopefully have a really competitive game.
And it will be a lot of fun. And again, it's unlike, say, a JV versus varsity game where one team just might be completely overwhelmed. You're not going to be overwhelmed tonight. You may be a JV player that goes up against a varsity player on a particular one-on-one situation, but you do that in practice anyway.
Right. That's exactly right.
And they all know each other, and they're all friends, and the seniors that graduate this year, they're going to be cheering these younger players on as their careers develop here at Bella Vista.
Yeah, and I think one of the really important parts about keeping this game tonight, you know, we can't change what's going on at Oakmont. We've spent a lot of times in these broadcasts this year talking about how lacrosse continues to grow, and it does. Unfortunately, Oakmont's bit a little bit by the bug of just a small turnout this year, coupled with some players not able to play tonight, and so that game's not going to happen. It is a varsity win for the varsity team because it's a forfeit, but this is a great opportunity to make something happen, especially as we're trying to celebrate lacrosse in the Fair Oaks area tonight.
And certainly our hearts go out to Oakmont.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they did indicate is that maybe by the end of the season they might have some of those players back. They might be able to possibly reschedule this game. They're open to the idea.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens. But in the meantime, we're going to have some fun tonight. The pressure's off tonight.
That's right.
That's for one thing.
Yeah, no, there really isn't any pressure tonight because, you have an opportunity to just practice your skills and own your skills and try to, find little things that you can do to be better. It's also great for Coach Carlin because she can look at the program overall and try to determine where are they weak and where are they strong, and then even try to run, for example, plays that maybe the defense maybe isn't as good at defending, or run plays on offense that maybe they're not as good at, because like you said, the pressure's off. It doesn't matter if it's a win or a loss tonight, because both of these squads are going to be undefeated going into Friday night, regardless of what happens here.
That's right. But tonight somebody's going to lose. That's just something they're not used to.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And I think more than anything, when you've got student athletes that are having such tremendous years, you really want to keep that momentum going as much as you can, especially because after Friday night, we're going to go for almost 2 weeks without a game because of spring break. So, they got to try to keep that momentum going, because then when they come back from the break, they're going to have to hit it hard to try to get that league title.
And the JV team wasn't even supposed to play tonight.
Right.
They get an extra. These players get an extra game because they were going to be off tonight. They were also going to be off Friday because West Park does not have a JV.
That's
team.
right.
They were already heading into spring break.
Yeah.
And the varsity, of course, will play West Park on Friday afternoon. But this is a great opportunity for the JV players to get some more turf time, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, nobody loves to practice, so if you can have a scrimmage, this is a great opportunity. So really looking forward to what we've got here. It looks like, even though we're under about a minute here, it looks like Team White is already out on the field.
And we are just about ready to get this underway as the players are on the field. Aaron mentioned they're very punctual, if you will.
Yeah, I think they don't want to, the last thing you want to do is cut into the boys' game. And they do have a actual, competition that's going to count.
It's a league game. Yeah.
League game. So you definitely want to get that kicked off at 7:15, and hope everybody that's watching us now can do that.
Here you go, the present and the future, if you will, battling it out in the draw circle, even though Ellis Turner is on the varsity team. She's number 9 in black. Regan Silvers, number 12 in white. They are the ones that will hit the opening draw, and we are going to get this one underway here at Bella Vista High School. A doubleheader tonight for you. We've got this black versus white scrimmage for the girls, and then the boys game against West Park. And the black team controls to begin this one. That's Ada Foley. I hear lots of good things about her. Number 25. I was about to say the Broncos are on the move, but the Broncos will be on the move all night in this one.
Yeah, they'll be up and down the field for sure. One of the things that's going to be key here in the beginning is just feeling out your teammates. These teams practice separately, so you suddenly have new teammates, and so you're going to see some passes that maybe are a little off and things like that.
Regan Silvers forces that turnover, nearly steps out of bounds, but does a nice job tight roping. Gets it across. Tough time there. Now controlling it, Casey Mosier. And now Lauren Wan. Lauren Wan had a beautiful assist against Vista Del Lago on Monday. Erin Thomas referred to her stick that night as the Magic Wan.
That's clever. That's good.
Here's Zia Martin, always recognizable. And if you're just joining us and don't know why, it's because of the green shoes. Here's Wan. Wan trying to work her way through a triple team. Good defense by the black team. Sarah DeMucha She's number 16. Now here's Zia Martin, loops free. And she is dispossessed. Good defense there by the black team. On the move is Sadie Keogh. I'm sorry, we've got two number 18s on the black team. But that was Sadie, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
Creamsicle shoes.
That's right. Rosie Johnson is also listed on the roster as number 18. I think that we can presume she's the one without the creamsicle shoes.
She is. However, they both wrestled this year as well.
Here's Demucha. Closing in on her. It's nice to get a chance to see the some of these JV players. They usually play before the varsity, but now we get to actually feature them on BV Live Sports. Stella Thompson, speaking of the future, who's also part of the present. Look at her weave, and that shot goes wide. Goalie for the white team is number 39, Riley Tabor, and I hear good things about her as well. We'll look up some of the stats. Here is a shot. Oh, that's either pipe or a save. And Demucha comes up with the rebound, if you will, something that she was used to doing in the winter.
On the hardwood.
Nice interception there. That's Nora Eland. I would imagine she's related to Tyler, correct?
I would think, yeah.
Former football player here at Bella Vista. Audrey Janeway. It was fun having her and Danny on the post-game interview the other night. That was Danny Janeway that was closed off. Annabelle Rice, one of the top JV players. She earns herself an 8-meter shot.
If somebody wants to confirm if that's Tyler's sister and is listening to the broadcast and you're in the stadium, you could go down to Handles and bring your favorite BV Live Sports broadcaster some ice cream and confirm it with her brother.
That's a great way to confirm it. There's a shot and a score from Annabelle Rice.
You know, this is a little atypical for a Bella Vista varsity girls game that we've played almost a third of the first quarter without a goal. They kind of like to strike fast, so it's a little different.
So the goal from Annabelle Rice with 7:51 to go in the opening quarter. That is our first goal of the game. Goes to the black team. They take the early lead. For Annabelle Rice, she leads the team in goals with 16. And so that is something she's very used to doing right there. Now taking the draw for the black team is McKenna Matson. She shielded out Morgan Semino, who took it for the white. Nice pass at the feet of Danny Janeway. Thompson. Here's Rice once again. Broncos taking their time. Stella Thompson. Tell you what, I'm impressed with her. Look at the way she cuts back and forth, and she scores. Something we've said quite a few times already on our broadcast this year, Aaron. Stella Thompson scores.
Only a sophomore. Lots to look forward to with her coming up through the program.
Stella Thompson, 12 goals on the season this year. Obviously, the ones tonight don't count, but doesn't matter because this is for bragging rights.
That's right. This is
there is something on the line tonight.
Yeah, bragging rights.
Who's going to get to say, hey, we won? Who's going to have to buy who lunch tomorrow?
That's right.
At noon, right? And here's Stella Thompson. She comes up with that draw control. It's an underhand pass. Annabelle Rice. Look at her move. Annabelle Rice, that one goes wide. I'm already looking forward to next year. And we still have a full season or a half season left to go and possibly playoffs for the Bella Vista varsity team. There's Matson with a shot and a score. So the black team getting the early lead here, and they're dominating the possession right now.
Yeah, and that really makes the difference. I mean, just because this is a scrimmage doesn't change the principles that we've talked about all season with the varsity team. If you can win the draw and retain that possession, you just really put your opponent on their heels. And so far, the black team has done a better job of controlling that. So white team can get right back in this with a couple draws that they win, get the ball down on their end, and come right back. So we'll have to see what happens here. McKenna Matson taking it for the black team again, and looks like.
Is it Semino again for the?
I think it's 8, which is.
That would be Kenzie
Simpson. But I can't see.
It's either 6 or 8.
No, it's not 8. 6.
It is 6. So it's Semino again. Those two locked horns on the last draw, and same result. Stella Thompson with the draw control. And another shot, that one goes wide of Riley Tabor and goes out of bounds.
One thing
Lily,
the black.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Lily Hunter securing the possession for black.
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing here, George, early on, and again, this could just be a combination of getting used to your teammates. The black team's doing a good job getting behind the net. The white team is not quite, on defense, is not getting back there. And so, as the black team makes these shots, they're getting to retain it because of that great rule in lacrosse where if you can get to that end line first, you get to keep the ball on a shot.
Something else to think about, too, the varsity players, at least, they're not used to playing this early.
No.
And so battling the sun, I mean, maybe you get some early practices and you deal with this, but as far as a game situation, but it's the same conditions for everybody. Here's Thompson, snags a nice pass, and is going to draw an 8-meter shot.
Well, and that's a good point for those that aren't here and listening to us on the broadcast. I mean, it's a beautiful 80-degree day here. Sun is out and bright, which, I don't know is atypical, but also not typical either. We've had much colder days.
Yeah, like the Del Oro boys game to start the season in
yes.
the rain.
Cold and rainy.
Riley Tabor gets a save there. And the white team does a nice job to keep that one inbounds. Kelly Olson, the senior. Here's Casey Mosier. Now the white team on the move. There's Kenzie Simpson. This ball on the ground. And this is going to go Black's way. No, actually, no, it's an 8-meter shot.
Oh, it's an 8-meter shot.
He must be pointing to the line and not the direction. That threw me off.
Me as well. I thought he was saying Black had the ball.
Sienna Hardman. She'll get the 8-meter shot. Save Story Wharton. I would imagine Sienna Hardman is Isabella's sister.
I think so, yeah.
Remember Isabella from last year? There's a pass right out in front. Oh, that one just over the top. And that's Julia Jones. So we do have a Julia tonight. So if she scores tonight, she's going to get the Julia call.
There you go. Well, the white team's doing a better job this possession of keeping the ball down on their end and keeping or on the black end and keeping them on their toes, getting that defense some workout on the black team.
Broncos bring this one in under 4 minutes to go. The white team, really their first extended possession of the game. Looping around. Here's a chance. The shot taken by Kelly Olson. Good defense on the part of the black team. Back out.
And this is smart by the white team's offense here to slow this down a little bit and spread the black defense out.
Here's Semino. Semino with a shot. Oh, my goodness. Good save by Story Wharton. That one was on her foot. And if she moves her foot the wrong way, she was at risk of kicking that into the goal.
What a season Story's having.
Quite a story, right?
There it is.
You knew that was coming.
I walked into that, didn't I? Yeah, that's.
But you're right. She is having a terrific season. and so is this young lady right here. Stella Thompson. That is Matson. Work their way to the right side now. And a whistle.
Somebody's getting a shot, I think. Referee's pointing.
It's from the, looks like it's from the 12.
12, yeah.
And that is Scarlett Martin. Nice pass underneath, and another whistle. Now Danny Janeway is going to get a shot.
She's going to get moved up to the 8-meter line, I believe, right?
Yeah, well, she was
heads up.
She was well inside the 8-meter line. So now this is the standard sprint and shoot. Here's Janeway. She scores. So with 1:47 to go in the opening quarter, Danny Janeway, her first goal of the game. So for Danny, 24 goals this season. And for her career, 44 on her career. And the Janeway tradition is going to continue here at Bella Vista for another couple of years.
That's right, which is great.
It really is really enjoyable to watch her and Audrey play together and work together. We saw it with Kyler and Cody Simpson on the boys team in recent years. Here's Sadie Keogh. Now Scarlett Martin. Scarlett Martin. She understands the shoe game. Is that Zia's sister?
I don't know, but the shoe game message got sent regardless.
She's got the highlighter yellow shoes. Something with the name Martin and wearing the shoes, right? Coach Paige Martin needs to get shoes going.
Here we go.
And here's a shot and a score for the Black. That's Annabelle Rice.
Good ball movement there by the Black team again. We got a minute left in this first quarter, and clearly, the Black team is gelling a little bit better than the White team. It's really early, though, and I would expect as the game goes on, the White team will continue to gel. It just, so far, the Black team's doing a little bit better job with that.
Well, the best laid plans, they try to put the roster together to make it even.
Yep.
You just never know what's going to happen when the game gets going on.
Correct.
Coaches know these players better than anyone. All right, so here is the draw. Regan Silvers takes it for the White. It was Ada Foley for the Black, and the White controls. This is Lauren Wan. Hardman, right out in front, tried to find Wan as she was cutting across. Could not come up with the loose ball. Janeway, Audrey. Janeway A, or as we called her the other night, AJ. An attempt for Carly Dugan goes wide.
15 seconds left here. I don't know. They're going to have to be quick if they want to get a shot off.
Right out in front. Lauren Wan's right there to disrupt things. And the quarter is going to come to an end here at Bella Vista High School. So the Black team, they kind of dominate to start it off. And they get the first 5 goals of the game, a 5-0 lead. Of course, in lacrosse, that's not insurmountable.
No, not at all. I mean, that's, again, I think one of the hardest things here, these teams practice separately for the most part. And so, when the JV team's used to playing with JV players, the varsity team's used to playing with varsity players, you're looking for your teammate, you're looking for your partner. Now suddenly we've jumbled everything up and said, okay, go have fun, right? And they're all Broncos, but they're on 2 different teams. And so, It just, it may take a little while for the white team.
My understanding is they do this sometimes.
Yeah.
This is not a new thing. It's new for us to see on the live stream, but they will get the teams together and get them a game-like situation against each other. And when I was talking with Scott Hackman, assistant coach now for Bella Vista, former head coach of the girls varsity program, when I was asking him what the format was going to be tonight, he specifically said, no, we're going to mix and match to get two equal teams. It's not going to be JV against the varsity. You want to make it competitive. And plus, it does also kind of take the players out of their comfort zone a little bit because they are trying to get used to having new players to kick the ball to, as you mentioned.
Yeah, no, and you can't get away with anything because we have officials, right? And it's not coach. It's, that maybe might let something slide to see how it plays out. These referees are going to call the game just like a normal game. So I think in the second quarter you're going to see the white team make some adjustments. They're going to gel a little bit more than they did in the first quarter and probably get on the board here because, as you said, a 5-goal lead is really nothing in girls lacrosse.
And, kudos to Bella Vista and the girls program in particular for making this happen. The referees were already assigned.
That's right.
And so it's really cool that they still get their action tonight as well. They probably get paid no matter what because of the way it goes. Certainly not their fault that the game was canceled, the regularly scheduled game. But here they actually get to come out here and run around and make some money and exercise while doing that. That's all kinds of benefits.
That's right.
To this. And so, both programs have been working on making the doubleheader happen and trying for years. It fell through last year. The original plan first had to be adjusted and then it kind of evolved into the scrimmage tonight for the first game. This was supposed to be Bella Vista girls taking on Oakmont here, but Oakmont was not able to field a team, and so they had to forfeit the game. So it does go as a win in the standings for Bella Vista, but you hate to see that for Oakmont. Certainly the players that are hurt, we wish them well, and would love to see Oakmont and the programs that right now are kind of going through the growing pains, if you will, develop and evolve and become competitive at some point, because that's just going to make it better for the sport here in this area.
No, totally, and it's what we want. I mean, the other thing that is so great, I see so many Fair Oaks Lacrosse League players that are here tonight. If you don't have this game because it was canceled, then, maybe they don't come or, they just come for the boys game. And here, they're here for both games. They get to see both programs. They get to see the growth of this program at Bella Vista and in the area. They get to be recognized. It's a win all the way around.
Second quarter to get underway. The teams will switch ends. Regan Silvers will take the draw. And
Ada Foley, I think.
Is that Ada Foley again? Regan Silvers controls the draw. And Kelly Olson. Olson gets a shot. And a save by Tabor. And it looks like the teams have switched goalies, because I thought something looked confusing with the white-shirted goalie throwing it to a player on the black team.
Black team, yeah, they've switched goalies.
And the white team gets their, or the black team actually gets the goal here on Story Wharton. And I didn't see who got that.
I believe it was Annabelle Rice.
That would be her third of the night, with 11:43 to go in the second quarter. That's a nice game that Annabelle Rice is having so far. Yeah, I had to make sure I wasn't seeing things.
Yeah, it threw me off too. As does Sadie Keogh taking a draw.
Well, why not?
I guess. That's
against Regan.
Yeah.
And violation on Regan. So
Black controls. Not for long, I don't think. Well, let's see. Maybe they do. White gets it back. So I'm guessing that the goalies are going to switch teams each quarter.
Yeah,
That kind of evens it out a little bit.
it does.
And this is Regan Silvers.
And then I guess the goalie can say no matter what, they were on the winning team.
Oh, there you go. The one that gives up less goals total gets to brag.
I guess, yeah.
Here's Olsen behind the net at the X. Hardman. Now Lauren Wan. Wan and Silvers. And the Bronco white team will bring it back out. Here's Zia Martin. Martin finds an opening. She'll take a shot. Tabor may have gotten the stick on that, and then she goes back there and controls it. And Regan Silvers comes up with it. Here's Silvers. Silvers takes a shot and scores.
And White's on the board.
Yes, first goal of the game. By guess who?
Number 12.
All right, so now if the white team can just get 5 more of those, we got ourselves a game.
Well, and sometimes that's
They
what
could,
happens. You
yes.
you got to get that monkey off your back, you know, as the saying expression goes, and just get a goal and then start working, get some momentum built.
I want to remind you that we're not done after this game. We got another one for you. The Bella Vista boys will round out the doubleheader against West Park tonight, and they will be, that is game 2 of our doubleheader here on Folax night. As we are got a lot of the youth program in attendance watching this. They're going to come out on the field at the end of the game. Looks like some of the players are already on the field as well, so that's kind of cool to see that. Black controls off the draw. And a turnover. Emma Rowan comes up with the ground ball. Tight ropes the sideline, double teamed. Closed off, retreats a little bit. Here's Lauren Wan. Right ahead to Zia Martin, finds the open player. Now Kelly Olsen. Olsen, she's gonna have another chance, saved by Tabor. That was a good look for Kelly Olsen. Now Martin again. Tabor controls. I believe she will be the starting goalie for the varsity team for 3 years following today. They're very high on her.
Ooh, nice pass that just got there.
On the wing to the left, Scarlett Martin. Now they bring it back out. Thompson. And Black will rework things. This is Danny Janeway. Janeway, the white shoes and pink laces.
7-meter shot, I think, coming up.
Right at the top. Danny Janeway. Janeway, save Story Wharton. Silvers is going to scoop this one up. Out of bounds, and we got a whistle. Back again, we got to stop. Goes to Black. They're going to whistle things down again.
Not sure.
Well, I think it's it was confusion as to who should have gotten the ball.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And so it should have come right in, right where they're restarting with Janeway. Janeway going up against Regan Silvers. How often do you hear that?
Yeah.
And the loose ball is picked up by Janeway. This is Lauren Wan. Is it? I was looking at the wrong roster, sorry.
It is a little confusing.
Lily Hunter is 7 in black, sorry. Well, when you so used to 7 no matter what being Lauren Wan.
That's right. But tonight, Lauren Wan is white 7 and
Lily Hunter is black 7.
7.
It was Isa Posen Gutierrez, number 19, that had the ball momentarily. Here's Regan Silvers. We get as many names out as we possibly can. Silvers gets free. Silvers double team, but she doesn't care. She'll score anyway.
Yeah, if you had hat trick for Regan Silvers on your bingo card, get ready because one more and she'll be there.
Almost there. If you had hat trick for Annabelle Rice on your bingo card.
She is there tonight. That's right.
She is there tonight.
She's playing excellent tonight. Well, that's the other thing that's great about a scrimmage. When you play it in a live environment the way that we're doing, you're going to have players that have good games and players that struggle a little bit, just like you would in a normal game. And how do they rebound and how do they, adjust and move? I mean, it's a great opportunity. I can't emphasize that enough.
All right, the draw at midfield. And this is always a challenge to see who's doing this. Looks like it may be Lauren Wan.
And Ellis Turner, maybe?
Ellis Turner, definitely. Sure they have this right. No, it's Semino again. Here's Rice. 3 goals already tonight. And the whistle blows right at the 8-meter line. Here we go. Annabelle Rice against Story Wharton. Top goal scorer for the JV squad against the varsity goalie. Here she comes. Here's the shot. She skies it. And Wharton kind of came out a little bit to cut off the angle.
That's right. Little intimidation factor there from the veteran. And maybe impacted the shot just a little bit.
Black keeps possession. Couldn't find the cutter. And Regan Silvers scoops that one up. Zia Martin's open.
Oh, and the White's on a run here.
Here comes Zia Martin. She gets free using that speed. Martin in on goal. She scores! And just like that, like you said, you expected the White team to kind of bounce back. They are bouncing back.
Yeah, they start to see the field, and so they start to capitalize because now there's a level of trust. And although Zia and Regan play on the varsity team together, they're in different positions on the field where they normally aren't. And so suddenly Regan gets that ball, sees Zia's open, boom, and Zia right to the goal. And we got ourselves a game.
Exactly what we wanted. And that was the whole point in the way they set the rosters up. We're glad to have you here. Our special live stream of this scrimmage. Again, the boys game, our league game against West Park to follow. Kelly Olson. And here's Martin again. Lauren Wan. We got a whistle.
It almost looked like, I thought for a minute it was an illegal screen, but it's not. It's because they didn't set an illegal screen, so I don't. It's going to be a 12-meter shot from Lauren Wan. Or 12-meter opportunity, rather.
Wan will charge. And now we'll work wide. The 12-meter opportunities rarely result in an immediate shot.
Correct.
Here's Silvers. Silvers out in front, dispossessed. Good defense by Black.
Yeah, that was Alianne Salmino.
Danny Janeway. Matson with it, and now Annabelle Rice once again. Scarlett Martin. Lily Hunter. One rotation around the back of the net. Matson on the move. Looking to curl. This little spin move. There's a shot and a save by Story Wharton. Looking all over for the ball.
Yeah, got stuck right in the crease.
Ada Foley with the shot. And now here's Zia Martin again. Martin ahead looking for Demucha. Sadie Keogh trying to dig that one up. The white controls. This is Semino. Behind the net, here's Lauren. Paige Hatfield. Hatfield fakes one way, then the other way. There's a shot and a save by Tabor. Zia Martin draws the 8-meter shot.
Yeah, no continuation in lacrosse, so even though the ball crossed the goal line, it won't count. Foul occurred before the shot, or in the process of shooting.
And Zia Martin just to the left of center. Looking to cut this gap further. Tabor with the save. Comes Black on the move. That's Audrey Janeway. Harley Dugan behind the net.
Under a minute now before halftime.
And an 8-meter shot coming up for the Black. And Annabelle Rice is going to get this one. Step up to the 8 here. Looking for her 4th. A little collision, that one goes wide and we get a whistle, and another opportunity is forthcoming. You can hear the collision there. Annabelle Rice, it's the worst nightmare for someone taking that shot, is to have that ball drop as you make your move.
I don't know how that doesn't happen more often. I've tried to hold that ball in the cross myself at my house with my daughter's stick, and it always falls out for me.
30 seconds to go. Zia Martin on the move. White looking to hopefully get another goal before halftime and cut the lead. DeMucha. DeMucha gets free. There's a shot saved by Tabor. I think Sarah might be getting an 8-meter shot here. She's got like a 45-degree angle here. DeMucha and Tabor equal to the task. Here's Audrey Janeway. And for Rice. Scarlett Martin will pick it up as we bring to the first half to a close tonight. It's all black and white from here, I guess, but certainly not. The outcome's certainly not in any doubt at this point, and no, we're not going to have 50 minutes on the clock.
Ooh, I hope not.
Halftime.
We could talk. I don't know we can talk for 50 minutes for a
I don't
halftime.
think we'll be able to. No, we got that right.
There we go.
Anyway, so it's 6-3 at halftime. Again, fun. The pressure is off. You're putting on a performance, and right down in front, right in front of us, actually, to the left of the black bench, are a number of young junior Bronco ladies players that are here taking in the action from field level. That's got to be a really cool thing for them.
Yeah, I think that hopefully hopefully they've done some talking to the high school girls before the game started. But for these junior players that are here tonight, I mean, these girls might as well be professional lacrosse players in their eyes, right? And so being able to take this in at field level, be able to see what's going on, is really, really a neat experience for them. And again, grateful that we have great weather tonight. It's not cold and rainy, discouraging people from coming out. This is really a great opportunity for them to take in some really high quality lacrosse, and we know that because both these teams haven't lost this year.
Indeed. We talk about, I was thinking of contacting you, and I was going through different ideas for the Open, and ultimately decided on the Al Michaels thing. That's kind of an inside joke.
Yeah.
But I was kind of thinking of saying, Aaron, do you have sunglasses? Because I was thinking that we could use the future so bright you got to wear shades.
That's right. There you go.
Coming out here, and the two of us pop on here wearing our sunglasses.
There you go.
But it's true. The future looks really bright for Bella Vista lacrosse. The varsity makes the playoffs last year. They are poised to make the playoffs again this year. The JV had a great year last year. The JV is undefeated so far this year. The varsity is undefeated so far this year. And it's just going to continue.
It really is. I mean, the future is just very, very bright for this program. And even when you look at there, in the second quarter, with these teams being so competitive, and you go, well, I don't know, after the first quarter it was 5-0. Well, now it's 6-3, and in that quarter, the white team outscored the black team 3-1. So, the adjustments that they're able to make in a 2-minute intermission, that really speaks to the level of coaching and the quality of the players that they have. And so that isn't going to go away with our graduating seniors this year. It will just continue to build.
And speaking of the coaching, there's a direct connection to the school. Paige Martin, the JV coach, she went here. Carlin York, the varsity coach, she went here. Scott Hackman, I don't know if he went here or not, but he's been a coach around here for a long time.
He spends enough time here. We'll just give him credit for it.
Yeah, I think maybe Iowa or something like that. But still, he's been around Fair Oaks lacrosse. He's been around Bella Vista lacrosse for a long time. You've got the connection. You've got the people here entrenched in this program, and that can only help. And then we also talk about the youth. That they're building the program now, and you mentioned they look up to these players, and I am sure that when they can't make it to the games, or maybe even when they can, they go back and watch again because they have that opportunity. And to think about, well, one of these days those guys are going to be talking about me.
That's right.
And that has to be kind of exciting too. Not to pump our egos or anything like that, but
sure.
But it is it is something that really the players really enjoy.
Well,
given the opportunity.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, you have a larger volume of players with the varsity football team, but the concept is the same, right? Everybody wants to be on the broadcast because everybody wants the availability to go back and listen to, hey, that great play I made. You know, did George call me out on that, right? And the answer is yes, everybody, he did. But that's what they want, and so for these players, it's a great opportunity for them to be on camera tonight, kind of be in the spotlight, and build for the future.
And see some of the boys, a lot of the boys are arriving now, making their way down towards the what is for the girls' games, the visitors' bench, and for the boys' games, it's the home bench.
That's right.
It is really interesting how they
swap it.
The girls use the bench to our left, and the boys use the bench to our right. So I guess that if we do have the boys versus girls game again this year, there's no arguing who gets which bench.
Nope, they would know which one it is. Yeah. Yeah, we're just about an hour from first draw for opening draw for that game.
So as soon as this one is over, we hope to still chat with some players after the game is this game is over. When we are done, we have it showing as the conventional 7:05 start time for our broadcast, and just kind of looking at the watch, it appears that we are pretty close to being on time tonight. Sometimes when you have two games, whether it's a JV game and a varsity, or two varsity games, or a scrimmage and a varsity game, things might run long, and the push the start of the varsity game back. But as it turns out so far, it looks like things are on track.
On track, that's right. Yep.
So that would have us. We still might start a little bit later than 7:05. We'll see how that goes as we get the boys' game underway, but you won't miss any of the action. So
we'll have it all here for you.
Indeed. So we got the second half ready to get underway.
Trying to see if we're switching goalies again. I believe that we are.
Do they at least get a chance to work from the other goal?
Well, that's what I was just wondering, but it looks like the white team goalie is headed back to the same spot.
Well, Ellis Turner is standing in the draw circle. Yeah, so Story Wharton looks like she is headed back toward the same goal that she's been in. And Riley Tabor is going to be, she'll be on the north side, and Story Wharton will continue to protect the south side.
12 minutes on the clock. We are ready to go.
Third quarter to get underway. Ellis Turner. I believe that's Semino that's in there. Black with the 3-goal lead, and Turner controls. And that is Foley that is trying to get it for Black, and she's able to move it forward. Danny Janeway is going to draw an 8-meter opportunity here.
Which is interesting because I didn't even see her get touched by anyone.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
But she is certainly going to get an 8-meter shot.
From right at the top. And there's a score for Danny Janeway. Second goal of the game for Janeway. Makes it 7-3. And we're less than a minute into the third quarter.
And this is a little bit more what we're used to with the varsity girls scoring quickly and setting the tone early in these games.
So Semino getting the brunt of the draws. She has the most draw attempts this year for the JV team for Bella Vista. Here's Matson. This is Hunter. And yes, I got to call out Maddie Penny because she's got shoes.
It's a surefire way to get on the broadcast. Make a big play or have good shoes.
Melon. Maybe a melon color on those.
Yeah. Speaking of good shoes.
Here's Zia Martin. So Martin, here's Demucha. Hatfield at the outside. Kenzie Simpson. And Semino. Semino with a shot. Save Story Wharton. Here comes Black in the 4-goal lead. That's Audrey Janeway. You just recognize that stride.
Yep.
Trying to get it underneath to Hunter.
She keeps it.
Black will set the offense. Here's Penny. There's two 22s on the Black. Carly Dugan from the varsity is also on the team. Everybody keeps their own jersey, and so we are working off some duplicate numbers. There's Matson. Looks like Tabor may have gotten that one. Matson comes up with it. Hunter. Hunter tried to find Janeway, Danny Janeway. Audrey Janeway was there. Danny Janeway picks it up. Stella Thompson now has it. And a whistle. Stop the clock.
Would indicate a yellow card's coming.
Oh, what do we got here? That didn't look yellow.
Yeah, that looked red.
Not sure what's going on here. Are they gonna tell us?
Well, White got the ball, whatever happened there.
And nobody's coming off.
And no, yeah, I don't quite understand.
I see somebody standing in the penalty area. Or the entrance area. Don't want to accuse anyone of anything. Whistle at the other end. And nobody's in the penalty area. There was some substituting going on. An 8-meter shot coming up. Lauren Wan. There's Wan. That goes in.
Score.
Just barely got across, hit the upper netting, and came back out, but the whole ball crossed the whole line. Lauren Wan puts White back on the board again. It's a 7-4 game. .36 to go. Annabelle Rice is taking the draw for the Black. Semino continues to take the draws for White. Audrey Janeway to her sister. Foley
Errant pass, but Black's going to get Casey Mosher with big pressure on that. But ultimately, they keep it. Nope.
No, actually, it goes over to White. So Casey Mosher, give her the good credit for the defense.
Yeah,
there.
she's rewarded for her effort there.
Be careful not to step out of bounds. Does a good job there. Here's Kelly Olson. Olson looks like she got her feet tangled up. Audrey Janeway takes it away. Continues on the move. And here's Annabelle Rice. Rice with a look. Ball came loose. Casey Mosher, another ground ball. Emma Rowan. Stepped on the line. Had my binoculars right on it. I guess maybe you can step on the line?
I don't know. Well, maybe they said she was shoved out, but
That
here's
could
Regan
be
Silvers.
here. Regan Silvers! Did she get that?
I think she's going to get
She's
an
going to
8
get
meter.
a shot. Okay. Yeah, the ball is still in the cross here. Chance to cut it to 2. Silvers. Story Wharton got a save there. Regan gets it back again, and she's going to get another opportunity.
Yeah, she's creating a lot of confusion down in that 8 meter area. It's really throwing the Black defense off.
Silvers. There she goes. And speaking of the hat trick on the bingo card, there
Check
it
it
is.
off, yep. Hat trick for Silvers. And you knew it was just a matter of time. You can't give someone like Regan Silvers, that's such an offensive weapon, multiple attempts at that 8 meter line. She's going to find a way to get it in.
So just under 5 minutes to go here in this BV girls scrimmage tonight. It is now 7-5. The White, after getting down 6-0, have outscored the Black 5-1. Turner and Semino at the draw circle. Stella Thompson using that height to her advantage. We'll see her brother Oliver tonight in the boys' game. Thompson picks that one back up.
Crossing attempt that was high, but it was the right idea.
And Hunter picks it up. This is Lily Hunter. And Annabelle Rice, leading scorer for the Black team tonight. Danny Janeway, she's got a couple. There's Thompson again. Thompson's got an untied shoe. And Penny's going to chase that one out. I think those shoes are orange.
One of the challenges I think you have as this game starts to wear on, I see some sloppy passing, and I think that, it's exciting when you start and you're playing your teammates, but you have to really stay focused, and that's hard to play an entire game this way.
This ball scooped up by Black. Gonna keep the pressure on. And Somino. And he's going to chase this one down again. Big collision.
Curious to see how is this going to be an 8 meter shot? She was getting triple teamed, but she wasn't moving when she fell, so it seems like that has to be on on the white defense there.
So Maddie Penny. She'll approach. Good defense by Bella Vista's white team. Make a little contact as she released the shot, so she didn't get a really good shot off. White has a 41 that I don't have on the roster. Here's Lauren Wan. Keeps going. Stella Thompson lets that one out of bounds. Regan Silvers will come and get it. There goes Silvers. Semino. Semino's going to get an opportunity. Now they just restart. Lauren Kimbriel, number 11, had a touch there. Now here's Hatfield again. Audrey Janeway in the right place at the right time, and there she goes. Casey Mosier tries to pick her up. Janeway, little shift, Audrey Janeway. Nice save by Riley Tabor. And that one pops right over to Tabor's possession. Here come the Broncos. Do not know who 41 is. Silvers. Hatfield. Keep going. And the quarter comes to an end. So third quarter, not much scoring in the third quarter, but White, they got all three of them.
Yeah, but I mean,
Black got one, sorry.
Yeah, but still, but if you're keeping track, that's another win quarter by quarter. Black won the first quarter, White's won the second and third quarters, and now we got a 2-point game going into that fourth quarter. So it's looking like, George, it's playing out exactly like Coach Hackman thought it would, with two very competitive teams.
Indeed. Want to remind you that the Bella Vista girls are back in action this Friday. They will close out the pre-spring break schedule with a matchup against the Panthers of West Park. That game is still scheduled for a 5:30 start. It was supposed to be part of the doubleheader on Friday, but they're keeping the start time at 5:30. So we'll be on at 5:20, and then we'll take you into spring break with that one. For the Bella Vista boys, they're playing West Park tonight. We're going to have that one for you here once this broadcast is complete, as we do have a doubleheader here on Fair Oaks Lacrosse Night. After all, even though the scheduled matchup with Oakmont for the Bella Vista girls had to be canceled tonight, we are doing this scrimmage if you're just joining us. And it's been really kind of fun to watch them play.
It's really been a competitive game, and the only thing that I've noticed as the game's gone on a little bit, and I mentioned it a little earlier, is just a little bit of sloppy passing, and I think that's to be expected when you are competing against your teammates. Like I said, when you start this, it's exciting, it's fun. As the game draws on, it's a full game, and so fatigue starts to set in, and you start to get a little sloppy. So hopefully they tighten that up a little bit here and end on a really, really high note. The game's been super competitive, though. Very fair, both sides, and we got a 2-point game.
And about half a minute, we'll get that fourth quarter underway. If you're the white team, you got to feel like you've got a little bit of momentum.
I think
riding
so.
in.
Yeah, you've won.
At one point it was 6-0.
Yeah, you've won quarter 2 and 3. So, if you can win quarter 4, you might just get the win here. And if you're Black, you got to come through and say, hey, like we got to really shape up here this last quarter. Goalies will switch again, I would imagine, for this last quarter, as they've done for the first 3. But we can confirm that momentarily.
So that means that Riley Tabor will stay in the north goal off to our left, and Story Wharton will stay in the south goal off to our right, and she's headed that direction. And so the teams will be shooting at the goalie with the same colored jersey, if you will.
Not that that's confusing.
Well, when you have 2 goalies and you do an inter-squad scrimmage, I guess this is the best way to do this.
Yeah, it's probably the most fair. Because you do have a varsity goalie and a JV goalie. So
Right.
everything else we've mixed together.
But you know what? I think Riley Tabor has held her own tonight.
I agree. I mean, she's done a really, really good job.
Okay, we're going to get this started here. Looks like Regan Silvers is now in the draw circle for the white team. Imagine has been Ellis Turner lately. I'm getting the nod that it is. White's in control here to get the fourth quarter underway. Here's DeMucha. Player to the outside, that's Hatfield. Lauren Wan. Lauren Kimbriel, so you have the Lauren and Lauren combination. And here is the other Lauren, Wan with the goal.
Just like that, 1-point game. And we have almost a whole fourth quarter, 11-12.
For Lauren Wan, that is her second of the game, second of this half. Lauren Wan on the season. We have her for 6 goals total, and for her career, 9. But it's what she does away from the ball that is so impressive. She plays that exposition beautifully. It's an exposition of the exposition, if you will. Here is Silvers. DeMucha. And Zia Martin, she's got a couple tonight. Kimbriel. And Hatfield. Here's Juan. Juan looking for an opportunity again. Underhands it. Hatfield right out in front. Oh.
Nice job by Tabor to go out there and get it and prevent.
And a whistle. There may be an 8-meter shot coming up. No, actually, Black retains possession. And Black comes up with it. Deflection. Takeaway. Here's Regan Silvers. White looking for the tie. Here's a chance, a shot, and a score! Sarah DeMucha.
And suddenly you start to wonder, when is the last time that Team Black scored? Because Team White has been on a tear.
11-13 in the third quarter.
Yeah, so we've gone over a quarter now with no scoring from the Black team.
We have 10:01 to go. That'd feel really good for Sarah.
Great shot. She had a good look. She took it.
So we have a tie ball game.
Yes, we do.
Went 6-0. Black. White scored 1. And Black went up 7-1, I believe. No, actually, no. It got all the way to 6-3. And Black went up 7-3 just as we got the third quarter underway. And since then, 4 straight goals for the white team to make this one a game. And now White looking to take their first lead. Here's Martin. Kimmerhill. A little too tall for Kelly Olson, but she's going to be able to pick that up. And White retains possession here.
Yeah, and Black's defense has got to reset here. They were really out of position. So a little bit of a break that White brought it back out.
See ya. There's one. On right out in front. Martin having trouble handling it. Sadie Keogh with the ground ball. And Stella Thompson.
Good job by
Look
Black
at
defense
her
there.
Go. Thompson fades wide, comes out in front at the top, and we get the whistle. Danny Janeway. Janeway! She scores.
Black goes back in the lead.
They have not trailed yet.
They have not. And again, you know, and this is just seeing the field, dispossessing the ball, getting it up the field. You know, that started Sadie dispossessing the ball, seeing Stella doing a great job getting it open, seeing Danny. Danny picks up the foul, gets the 8-meter shot, goal.
And Danny Janeway joins the hat trick club. Annabelle Rice and Regan Silver's already there tonight.
You looking for the ball?
What's great about all these goals being scored, but yet still, you know, in single digits right now, is it just shows you how impressive the attack is of both of these squads and how good the goalies are. Because they fended. I mean, I haven't been keeping track, but so many balls they've been able to just fend off.
Annabelle Rice looking to pick this one up, and she does. Thompson once again. Black to move the ball behind. And he was back there. Scarlett Martin tried to get her pass over the top of the goal and right into the possession of Story Wharton.
Well, Story's playing a good goaltender trick to step out of the crease. She can hang on to the ball for as long as she wants there, except she... Oh, no, she didn't.
Demucha once again. She's got one tonight already.
Threw me off with the jerseys, George. I thought she threw it to the opposite team, but she threw it to her team.
I originally thought that too.
Yeah. Like, why is she throwing it to the other team? But she wasn't.
And there was no panic. Here's Juan. And now Simpson. Juan comes up with it. And the white team taking their time, looking for a good shot. They're only down one.
Plenty of time.
7 minutes to go. Lots of time left. Simpson, pass deflected. Audrey Janeway That's the Janeway combination right there.
1-2 punch, as it were.
They figured out when they split these two teams up, they figured out how to get the two of them on the same team. White comes up with it, Kelly Olson. And that is Hosen Gutierrez. Gets it back to Story Wharton. Story taking her time here. Looking for the right shot. Having to remember she's throwing it to white jerseys. And that's a great job by Lauren Wan to recognize what was going on there and come to the ball. And look at Wan get by everybody. Lauren Wan! The magic Wan! And we are tied again. Sorry, Aaron Thomas, I had to use it. Okay, and the white team is doing some kind of a count and a cheer. We know their goal cheers have become somewhat legendary.
They have.
All right, so 5.5 to go.
All tied up.
We got ourselves a game.
Lights are starting to come on here at Bella Vista Stadium in anticipation of the boys' game coming up.
The whistle looks like this one may come from the 12 with Kelly Olson. And usually from the 12, you just wind up running the offense. This is Zia Martin. And that's Julia Jones. Brother Nate plays for the boys team. Sadie Keogh. So I think Sadie wants to score. Black retains possession here. Thompson was in there. Janeway comes up with it. Penny. Penny has a chance with the attack here. Annabelle Rice. Regan Silvers gets a stick on that one, but Black keeps possession. Collision.
Should be a 12-meter shot. Or maybe an 8.
Annabelle Rice.
12.
Line up at the 12. Betcha she's not afraid to take a shot from here.
Guaranteed, but thinks better of it, I guess, and goes to pass to her teammate. So we're at 3.5 to go.
It's the right place and the right time for that. And that was probably just not. Right out in front. Story Wharton gets a stick on that one. Hunter. Sadie Keogh is still up as well. Here's Penny. Thompson. Rice is cutting. And looks like we may get an 8-meter shot from Danny Janeway. Janeway, like a basketball player, was kind of setting up in the low post right there.
Yeah, she is.
Try and get that pass. He's going to get an 8-meter shot. Almost at 9 o'clock, if you will. Decides not to take the shot. Thompson. Thompson separated from the ball. Story Wharton comes up with it. There's Lauren Wan. That is Sienna Hardman. Going to come up with it. And it goes out of bounds. This will go over to Black. Don't forget the boys' game against West Park to follow. So don't go anywhere. Penny. Penny double and triple teamed. Now Matson. Minute 20 to go. Black looking for just the best possible opportunity. Janeway, here's Rice. Rice has a chance. She scores on a beautiful pass from Danny Janeway.
Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. What a crossing pass there. And Annabelle Rice, who's having herself a heck of a game, so thank you very much.
Fourth goal of the game for Annabelle Rice, first of the second half. And now the celebration on the Black bench is underway. And with 1:09 to go, it is a one-goal game. This one's coming right down to the wire. This goes to the white team, Regan Silvers. This is the person you want to have the possession of the ball. Tried to get it into Kelly Olson. Zia Martin's right there. White with possession once again. Martin. Julia Jones. 30 seconds to go. Try to get it to Silvers. Silvers has it. 27 seconds left. Silvers out in front, trying to scoop that one up. She'll retreat and bring it back out. Time is running out. Martin. Martin with the ball. 15 seconds. Martin looking to curl. Martin's out front. She shoots. Save Riley Tabor with 7 seconds to go. Clock is counting down. Clock expires. Black holds on. Riley Tabor with the save with 7 seconds to go. And there is your final score. Black wins this one.
What a game. What a game. That was just incredibly impressive. You know, we started to wonder there at the end of the first quarter if we were going to have a game or not, and they, you know, ended up coming back and really making something of it. And Team Black, to their credit, they were able to pull it out there in the fourth quarter after Team White won quarters 2 and 3. And not that, you're keeping – obviously we weren't keeping score in the quarters. It's the overall game. But you still look at those kind of things, and ended up just being a really good game. It came right down to the wire there.
And now a big gathering at midfield. All the players from both teams, and even the boys are out there. This is a big-time picture opportunity, I think. And, of course, the Fair Oaks youth as well. So they're going to go ahead and take care of that. We're not sure if we're going to we got a little bit of time. They put 25 minutes on the clock for between games. So that'll get us started on time.
It will. West Park's warming up around the corner, I can see. But they're going to be doing some picture taking, and then these boys got to get warmed up and ready to play.
Indeed. So hopefully we will get a chance to talk to some of the players tonight. Would love to talk to Annabelle Rice, for example, and see if we can do that. As there's a good look at it all right there.
That's the future right there.
That is the future intermingling with the present. You got the boys team in the back. You've got the girls players that just put it all out on the line tonight. And a really, really fun battle. And the pictures, and listen to the big cheer. And as everybody comes off, hopefully we can hear from a couple of the players that were participating tonight. That was a fun game.
That was very fun. Just all the way around was enjoyable.
If given an opportunity to, or put in a situation where you had to do something like this, one thing you wanted was a fun and competitive game, and that is exactly what happened this evening. So,
yeah, that's what we wanted, very much so. So, I don't see our camera crew on the ground. They're still taking pictures out there, though. So,
we're just waiting to see if we can get this. We would like to hear from some of the players. We do. I also have to keep an eye on things and get ready for the boys' game tonight. We'll talk a little bit about that as the boys get set to take on West Park in a Capital Valley Conference A matchup, and that broadcast is coming up here in just a few moments as we wrap up the girls' broadcast tonight. We will again hopefully hear from some of the players, but again, I haven't seen.
They're still taking pictures.
Yet. So we got to meet some players tonight that we're going to see over the next few years. Riley Tabor, goalie, very impressive save right there at the end of the game. 3 years ahead of her on varsity, most likely. Of course, we're all familiar with Danny Janeway and Audrey Janeway, and
that's
they
right.
didn't disappoint tonight. Really, nobody disappointed tonight. Regan Silvers did her thing, and then Annabelle Rice, the leading scorer from the varsity team, and she was
really great tonight. I mean,
she was a lot of fun. Yes.
I mean, as I'm looking over these rosters, George, in front of us, I mean, and don't hold me to this, folks, but we called arguably every girl's name on that roster tonight on both teams in some, either on attack or defense or in a draw or whatever, and that just speaks to the selfless play that they've established here, and it really makes this team, both the JV and the varsity, very difficult to play against because you just don't know. There's too many weapons. You can't just stop one person. And we know we didn't even have all the players tonight, right? We had a few on an Avid trip. Julia Thomas had the night off. So it just really makes this team difficult to play against.
And then it's back to regular league play for Bella Vista on Friday as they will be taking on West Park here at the stadium. There is the white team doing their cheer at the end. And still trying to see if we're going to be able to get anybody here. Lost sight of Marlowe.
Yeah, I don't know with the scrimmage what
they may not be expecting it.
Hey, I think George.
I do see my counterpart down there.
Okay, well I hear some conversations going on. I heard some conversations going on in the with the microphone because the microphone's on. So we'll see if we get somebody to come over here.
Thank you.
Oh, looks like she's coming.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Everybody's having fun
So
tonight,
funny.
which is good.
Okay.
Where do
and,
we have to stand?
how about the B in Broncos? You have to get everybody in front of you moved out.
Ellis, can we sneak here? Sorry.
And is that Paige with her?
Yeah, that's Paige with it.
Yes.
Oh, we got a couple of coaches here that we got to talk to tonight. First of all, Carlin, your thoughts about what happened, what went on tonight?
Well, this was supposed to be the Oakmont game, and instead we got to watch. Oh,
You're good.
am I still on? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
We got to watch all of our girls play, which was super, super fun. It was. This keeps cutting out on me.
Come
You're
a little
good.
closer.
We can hear you just fine, though.
Yes, we're hearing you just fine.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Which was super fun because we got to see how everybody plays together. How we did it was we had everyone play, like we merged the teams. So it wasn't varsity versus JV. It was a full-on inter-squad game. And I loved to watch that. I thought it was super cool to see how some of the girls worked with each other after never playing together. Like they literally run together every day and that's it. So it was just cool to see the vibes on the field and just like people supporting people that they hadn't played with and cheering each other on, learning from other girls. And it was just a really fun experience, honestly.
It was kind of cool for us to get to know some of these players that we'll be seeing next year.
Yeah,
Riley Tabor with that save right there at the end with 7 seconds to go. That was
absolutely.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. We also didn't have a goalie going into this year, so she stepped up and really has stepped up a lot for that JV team with goalie, and it's huge because we're also losing Story this year. So we're going to need options for varsity as well. So just having somebody that is playing a full year and seeing how it feels, getting those shots on, that's also why today's game was a pretty cool last-minute decision because those girls get to see real shots. Like those are hard shots from girls that take them every day. So it was cool for us to kind of see how that went for her too.
And Annabelle Rice.
Yeah,
Loved watching her play tonight.
me too. Yeah, she was on our JV team last year. That was her first year coming in, and she has completely just absorbed. She's a sponge for the sport, which is really cool. She played volleyball before, just an athletic kid, and coming into lacrosse, it just seems like it all clicked for her, and it's been really, really cool to watch her grow and learn and be a leader on the JV team, and I'm really excited to see her with us next year and just see how seeing this today was a really cool look for her because she really pushed it. She brought the energy, she brought the tenacity there. So
Want to congratulate the entire girls program for taking a tough situation tonight and making something special out of it.
Absolutely.
This was a lot of fun.
yeah, it really was. I'm super glad we got to do it.
All right. Well, Carlin, thank you very much. We look
Thank you
forward
so
to seeing
much.
you on Friday.
Thank you.
And let's talk to Paige.
Perfect. Thank you.
We'll get Paige Martin hooked up here and we'll get a chance to talk to her for the first time.
I was going to say, she didn't get to do this last year as a player, so
I can't even get it on here.
as BV Live continues to grow.
Yes, and one of these, and all the players. We talked about this on Monday. All the players and the coaches, they're getting really good at this whole hooking up the earpiece thing.
Yeah.
So
Hello?
it's yes, indeed, Paige. Hey,
Hi.
how you liking this coaching thing?
I love it so much. It's definitely not something I thought I would be like. I wanted to love it going in, and I was nervous that it wouldn't necessarily be the right fit. But I feel like I've really taken on the role, and I love every one of these girls and the relationship I get to build with them, and definitely seeing the sport in a different perspective than I got to playing it as a freshman to a senior in high school.
And here you get it for your first interview. You get to stand here next to Coach York and have Coach Hackman come up and photobomb you.
Yes.
Where is he? he's long gone since that. What are you learning this year?
I'm learning patience, like in a way of, for me, explaining things. I see things a different way as a player. I saw it as a different way, and trying to change perspective for the girls to be able to understand everything I see, and just wording things properly. Like I tend to find myself like pausing and rethinking how to say it, but it's taught me a lot in a way of like how other people see different things. So just patience in that perspective. I'm learning how to build relationships with each of these girls and how each of them learn and how each of them need like a support and a coach to be, and how to be the coach that I always wanted. Like as a young player going up into high school, I received a lot of like love and support throughout lacrosse, so I just want to be the same person for these girls. So.
We asked Coach York this at the start of the season. I'll ask you the same thing. Not only are you getting the opportunity to coach this year, but you get to do it where you went to school.
Yes,
How
I did.
special is that?
It's really awesome. It's definitely weird being back here and being on the same field and not getting the minutes on, but still being a part of every single second of the game. But I love the school. I love Bella Vista. I love being a Bronco. And I think all these girls are great representations of what it is to be a Bronco in all that manner. So, yeah.
So your first year coaching, as you head into spring break, your team's undefeated.
We are, yes.
It's all in the coaching, right?
Hopefully. Oh, I'd like to say I give these girls as much that boost, but I honestly think a lot of these girls came prepared and came ready to win and push themselves really, really hard beyond their limits. So it's all within their mindsets and within how they play. I just support them and do the best I can to guide them throughout every scenario I can.
And we're going to see Paige Martin on the sidelines for some time, aren't we?
Hopefully. I love this more than I expected, so I hope to continue to do it. It's taught me a lot about myself and a lot about all of these girls. So, yes, hopefully.
All right. Well, Paige, thank you so much for talking to us. Congratulations on the season so far.
All right.
Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.
All right. That's Paige Martin and Coach Carlin York both joining us here on the broadcast tonight for our post-game comments. Just really quickly, again, it's a 9-8 win for the black team. Really impressive from players on both sides, and it really was a great way to deal with a really difficult situation.
Yeah, I agree, and I think this really positions the varsity girls specifically for Friday night, right? They had a big game Monday night, right? And they were all amped up for that. Tonight was going to be a good night to keep working through things and building to Friday. When that wasn't going to happen, right, to just have a normal night of practice maybe doesn't do exactly what you were looking for. So having basically a game, I mean, that's what we had. We had a full game with referees and officials. It was close. You had to employ strategy. We had good shots, good stops on goal. I mean, just all of that. I think that really positions them well for Friday night against West Park.
All right, and speaking of West Park, the game will be at 5:30. We'll take the air at 5:20 here on BV Live Sports. That is this Friday, the last game before spring break. Bella Vista girls taking on West Park. And speaking of Bella Vista against West Park, the boys game is going to follow in just a few moments. We're going to close off this broadcast. Stay on the YouTube channel. The link to the boys game is there, and we will be getting that underway here probably within the next 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Marlo Mosier. Thank you for Ellis Turner's parents. Thank you to Julie Tharlson. For Aaron Keogh, I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night. For the girls audience, we will see, well, we want to see you for the boys game, but definitely we will also see you on Friday night.